you cannot build a healthy business if you don't have your business model in place, if you don't get your numbers right. But then we also have a component of a business that is healthy for the planet, which is impact driven, actually being responsible towards the environment, community, customers. And the third part that I feel like we often forget about is founders' health. So business that is also good for founders and for people that are building this business. And I think let's talk about business foundations first, because ultimately, if you get a business foundation right, you as a founder will be healthy too, hopefully. But this is a combination, of course. So my advice, my number one advice would be my number one advice would be empathize with your customers if you want to build a healthy business. Just feel with them, step into their shoes, think as your customers think.
All right. So three things for a healthy business: profitability, sustainability, and founders and people's health in general, all working on the case. And then your choice is empathize with your customers. Exactly. So how is it that out of all things that I could choose to do on a daily basis, that you choose empathize with your customers?
I think we both work with impact-driven founders a lot, purpose-driven founders, those that want to change something in the world. And what I often notice is that these founders often have a good idea of the problem they want to solve. And they think that it's an urgent problem, and they start developing a product, they build a team around it, and it's easy to fall in love. But then the common pitfall here is forgetting that we, people building businesses, are not our customers. So if you really want to build a company and products that people will love, that people will advise their friends to use, people will pay for, you really need to understand what do they really need, not what you think they need, but what they actually need. And I think understanding customers really foundational to all of this. You're developing a nice to have solution, or this is a must have. Nice to have solutions are also good, but in this case, you need to be even more specific about your customer.
Okay, so when you say empathize with your customers, you don't only mean on how they're feeling, but also what they're needing and missing in their lives.
By customer empathy, I mean trying to understand who they are, what they want to do in their lives, with their lives, what they want to achieve, what is the transformation they're looking for, what are their struggles, fears even, and looking at them not just as your customers, people that will bring you money, but looking at them as humans who have lives outside of your product and outside of your business. And there are many tools that I usually recommend to use. And my favorite one is customer profile, where you actually look at jobs of your customer. So what they're actually trying to achieve in the context of your business, or where your business can come in. And you look, so, people buy coffee, for example. Let's talk about coffee. Why do people buy coffee? What's my job? What's the job of a coffee? When I go to a coffee shop and get it, it could be feeling energized, but it could be, just feeling good about going to the sustainable coffee shop and buying fair trade coffee, and then coming to my friends and telling them, hey, I found this cool sustainable coffee shop. So it's more feeling good and the reputation. And or I can buy coffee to, I don't know, just because I love the smell, So the same is with every business and every customer. You look at what they're trying to achieve, and then you look at it into their pains and gains. So what prevents them from achieving this desired outcome? What is the problem that they have on the way to achieving this outcome? And then you look at the positive outcome. So if they manage to get this job done, what do they get at the end? And you as a company then come in and see where exactly you match all of this, where you create value. So it does start with customer demographic and things like that, but then you go really deeper into every case.
Yes, so for all of you who just thought that this is going to be a simple task, empathize with your customer.
It's probably not a thing you do. It's probably not a thing you do for 5 minutes every day. I think that, when you start working on this, it takes a bit more time to get foundations right. But then it could be simple when you already have a better understanding. Every day when you make your business decisions, you think, okay, is this what my customer wants? If I was my customer, would I have bought this? Would I have loved that?
Yes. All right. So to make it a bit more tangible, you put a checkbox in your daily to-do sheet where you write, have you empathized with your customers today? Yes or no?
Check.
And then Olga just shared lots of things, how to empathize and which angles and how you can try to see it in different ways. So there's really no excuse for doing that on a daily basis. There are so many angles to attack this problem from, and your business will be very thankful for you to have your customers in the focus. Now, may I dare to ask, if we talk about the next step of a healthy business, you talk about the sustainability parts. What would I actually do? You know what I should do on a daily basis to have a healthy business sustainability wise?
This is a very good question, and I think I can talk a lot about that too. I think you need to be honest with yourself if you want to build a sustainable business. So we often talk about positive impact that we have on the planet, but there's also negative impact. And if you want to have a healthy, sustainable business, you should critically evaluate everything that you do, the way you build products, the way you hire people, the way your offices are designed, the way you talk to your customers, the way you engage your communities. And this will be the sustainable business. And think, okay, so I employ people with immigrant background. That's a great positive impact. But do you pay your interns well? Do you pay those people well? Or what do you do to make your operations more sustainable? So this is, again, this question you ask yourself, okay, what is my negative impact?
Nice. I like that, because a lot of people, when I ask this question, they go straight to the impact of the world and how it benefits the whole world. I like that you actually just start with where you are. Make your house or your home or your business place good, and before you take the next step. So paying the interns well, hiring good, and buying the right things, and so on. And because that will already put you in a sharper mindset.
And I would add here one more thing, actually, speaking of healthy business and founders' health. I am a bit disturbed to see that it seems to be normal in this world now that founders have burned out and are exhausted or having numerous mental health challenges. So actually, one more thing you can do every day as a founder is to ask yourself, how am I feeling today? Am I feeling healthy? Am I feeling energized? Do I need to take some rest? Can I delegate something? Because ultimately, if you are not healthy, your business will have some challenges too.
All right, so that's it for you. 3 daily advices to have a healthy business. 1 advice for being profitable, 1 advice for being sustainable, 1 advice for being healthy as a founder and throughout your team. Thank you very much, Olga Bratsun.
Thank you. That's a healthy business bingo, what we had here. Thank you.